Hi, we're here in the middle of September now, and we're well on our way through harvest. In fact, Pinot Noir and Chardonnay are essentially finished except for the coolest marginal sites down in the Green Valley and Sebastopol areas, and have just barely touched Marin at this point. We've had some interesting weather this year with heat spikes, and we've had some rain come through. We had a lightning strike at the winery, so it's been very, very exciting. And because of that, we've also had to accelerate the Old Vine Zinfandel harvest, and so that's caused this last couple days to be pretty busy as we try and bring in essentially every single Old Vine Zin vineyard that we work with over about a 4-day period. That's usually stretched out over about a month-long period, so a much more truncated part of harvest here in the Russian River. We still have some great fruit to come in though, especially down in Marin and southern Sebastopol. Those vineyards didn't get affected by the heat quite as much, and so we have some great ripening potential out there. Really excited about the quality that we're starting to see, and I think we're going to have what many people will look back at as a classic vintage of just tremendous quality wines here in the Russian River Valley at DeLoach Vineyards. And enjoy. Here with Jorge Arteaga, and we have some bins of the Saitone Vineyard Zinfandel right behind us. Jorge, you've been working with this vineyard for how long?
Like 20 years.
20 years, both in the winery as well as in the vineyard, so Jorge knows the site very well. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, this is like a old Zinfandel. It's a Palomino there and a Carignan too.
Carignan as well, yeah. So we'll make a couple different wines out of this. With the Zinfandel, we'll crush it, and with the Palomino, we actually will press it as a white wine. It's a white grape, and that becomes our VA Vin. So thank you very much for joining us. Cheers. We're here in the DeLoach cellar. We've just dug out some hummus today, and I'm here with our cellar lead, Antonio Ramirez. Antonio, tell us a little bit about what we have.
Yeah, we have a state Pinot. So we're taking out from this tank, 223. We're gonna put it to the basket press to switch a little bit of the juice to make a great wine. Sorry.
Yeah. This is our first estate press of the year. We got a lot more to go. Busy day for us today. Thanks for joining. Here we are. We're loading our white press with Norris Chardonnay. This is Russian River Valley Chardonnay, grown up in the Chalk Hill region. We'll be pressing this today and then fermenting this in stainless steel. It'll make up a portion of our Russian River Valley Chardonnay. Hi, I'm here in our lab with Patty, our enologist. Patty, what are you doing today?
I'm currently running Brix pH and TA on some samples. I'm running them on samples that are fermenting, and I'm running them on the fruit that's coming in to see how ripe it is with the sugar and acidity.
Who do we have in front of us today?
Right now we have 6 vineyards, which we got in yesterday, and I'll be running some nutrient analysis.
Russian River Pinot Noir.
We have some BCD. We've got Anita's.
So that's also
Pinot.
Russian River Pinot Noir, and then one of our first Green Valley Pinot Noir lots.
And we have the Cervi Chardonnay, which we got in yesterday.
So that's a great old site farmed by Charlie Heinz that will be going into actually a Buena Vista wine here.
And we're going to do an acid trial, maybe. I just measured pH and TA on that lot.
So Patty, how's the vintage going?
It's an interesting vintage. Very compact.
Would you say it's a classic?
Very classic.
Excellent. And that's us here in the lab. Thank you.
Yeah.
He just likes to hug,
Yes.
so he's really making things smooth here for harvest. It's his first harvest at DeLoach as our cellar master, so thank God he's here because it's super crazy.
Chaos ensues.
Yeah,
so.
what's the worst part so far?
That's a good question. Probably marketing.
Having to do this.
Yeah.
But how are we doing on barrels? Are we mixed up? Are we good?
We're mixed up pretty heavily.
We're pretty mixed up.
Yes.
So for perspective, I have about 1,000 new barrels that I have to allocate across different things, across 23 coopers, and really kind of getting that all sorted out it's a big mess.
Yep.
But we want to get the right oak and the right programs, and I'm leading that, so Lucas is helping.
Yep, exactly. Getting used barrels prepped, the whole bit, draining tanks, pressing off, barreling down, loading white presses, as you've probably already seen that video. So, yep, busy day. Probably our busiest so far, that's for sure. So,
So,
a lot of work.
Glad we could take some videos today.
Yeah, exactly. I know. It's not like I have anything to do.
Where's the burritos? All right, let's go.
All right, back to work.